I curled my hair today. It has been a long time since I have curled my hair. And I didn't do a very good job. Straight pieces in my hair still. Clearly I'm not very good at this. Hello everyone, I am here again with more Pinterest beauty hacks for you guys, which I am super excited about. So I found 4 different ones that I wanted to test out for you guys, and so I'm going to share them with you guys today. I will put links to all the original ones in the info bar below in case you are interested. Also, just a quick warning, no makeup on in the first hack. I wanted to give you guys fair warning because for my last Get Ready With Me, I scared all of you with my giant black eye that was done and nothing else. So let's get into this. All right, for hack number 1, this is one that I have seen actually originating from YouTube, but then made its way to Pinterest. So we're looping it back around to YouTube again. So with no makeup on, we're going to be testing out the Nivea Men Sensitive Skin Aftershave Balm. So this, as many of you guys know, came from Nikki Tutorials, who tested this out and said it worked really well. A lot of other people have tested it out and says it works really well. So I'm going to test it out and see if it works really well. Smells like a guy. I can smell like a dude for a day, that's cool. So I don't like that it doesn't have like a pump or anything, it's just like a bottle. So I'm going to deposit a small amount into my hand. It's very liquidy. Is that good? We're gonna start with that. And it starts feeling a little bit more tacky. You apply it to your face. I'm going to be using the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25 Hour with Comfort Serum Skin Perfecting Full Coverage Foundation. That is a lot of words. And I'm just going to apply this as I would my normal foundation and just see what this feels like on my face. As of right now, it is not applying any differently than I would normally be applying my foundation. I don't know where I read this, but I heard somewhere that it was really sticky, and it's not at all. It's just very smooth and very liquidy, and I don't know. Feels really nice on the skin so far. All right, so far that is just foundation on my face. I have nothing else on, so I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup, go throughout the day, and then I'll do an update for you guys at the end of the day and let you know what I think. Okay guys, I am back at the end of the day, as you can tell. Dark out. Overall, like, it's still on my face, which is a good thing. You kind of want that with the foundation. On my cheeks, it's totally fine and like flawless, but on my chin and on my forehead, you definitely notice some of the separation of the foundation. So I would say based on this one test, it seems to be working really well if you have normal skin, but if you have maybe really dry skin or really oily skin, this probably isn't going to work well for you, but I'm going to experiment a little bit with it, so I'll put more information in the info bar if I find out anything else from the next couple of days of wearing it. So great if you have normal skin, not so great if you have oily skin. So for Pinterest hack number 2, I am testing out how you can fix a broken eyeshadow, and we've all gone through this. I drop things all the time on the floor. All the time. Probably in like 80% of my videos, am I right? So I wanted to test out a hack and see if there's a way to fix it that makes it look good and is actually workable. The product is still consistent and the same. And so I decided to test it out with one of these duo ones. Also for this one, it had like a bit of it was already like chunky and chipped and like whatever from me dropping it. And so I kind of made it a lot worse and I destroyed it. Not gonna lie to you, felt pretty good. Hopefully you guys can see that it is clearly destroyed on the black side. So I am taking an old kids Tylenol syringe thing. I used this with the raspberry sauce in my last Pinterest hacks tested, my Valentine's Day one, so go and check that one out because it's pretty boss. I'm going to put some into the syringe here and I'm going to dropper it into the eyeshadow here that's broken. Ooh, it just splattered all over me. Okay, so the dropper is clearly a terrible idea. So I'm going to more carefully dropper this away from me because that is clearly a very dangerous thing. It says to completely saturate the product. Then it says to pat in with something. Some people had like special tools and other people use brushes. I did end up patting in the product with just my finger. It is not smooth or level in any way. Really difficult to do when you have like maybe a palette or something like that. Like I feel like that would be near impossible. I think maybe with like a bronzer or something it'd be easy, but not with something like this. So it's definitely not pretty looking at all. It's had some time to dry, so I'm gonna test out the actual integrity of the shadow itself and compare it to the gold. I don't know why this is, but this particular shadow had a lot of like gold flecks in it, and it's coming out a lot more gold than it normally does. Like it's almost like a gray with gold sparkles in it, like a ton of sparkles. I think in terms of actually bringing it together, it's solid, like there's no like fallout or anything like that. So other than that, it's pretty good. I'm gonna go wash my hands and we'll get into the next Pinterest hack. All right, for Pinterest hack number 3, I am taking off my lipstick because it is all about creating a DIY one. So this Pinterest hack is super, super old. I don't even know where it originated, but it has been all over Pinterest forever, and I've never actually tried it, so I wanted to test it out today. And that is making your own lip stain with Kool-Aid. Surprisingly, these were really hard to find. Because everything is going to the more liquid form, I thought maybe testing out one of these might do something, because this is a concentrated form of the same sort of thing, but it's in liquid form. So first, dampen your finger. I'm super professional. And then you take the product on your finger and then you press it into your lips. Oh my gosh, I'm so tempted to lick my lips right now. Very difficult to be precise with this, I think, is the one thing. Like, I feel like I'm getting it all around the outskirts of my lips. Now it is on my lips and it is very clumpy. I'm trying so hard not to eat it, guys, but it's so good. So now I'm going to go grab a Q-tip. A damp Q-tip? Yes. A damp Q-tip, and then run it over my lips to get rid of any of the sugar crystals on my lips and smooth out any edges. I feel like I'm doing this wrong. It just seems to be picking up all of the pigment. It's keeping the inside of my lips dyed and the rest of it is not dyed at all. Do you see that? That's so weird. Yeah, I must say this is a big fail. That's another thing to note. If you're using your finger to apply the product to your lips, it's also gonna stain your fingers as well. So just keep that in mind when you're applying it. Like, the part that it actually adhered to, it did stain it. It's just there's so many sugar crystals that, like, it's hard to make it precise and it's hard to make it look good. There's still a little bit on the inside, but I really want to test out the drops to see if that works. So I'm just gonna dropper this onto my finger. I'm gonna apply it to the lips. It's all over my hand. It's like I'm bleeding. You know what? That actually works. Do you guys see that? That's a really nice light coat, but it actually works. And I think that if you put this into a bowl first and then dip your finger in, it would make a lot more sense than trying to squirt it onto your finger. So yeah, this hack, which I just made up, big win. If you guys try this, let me know and send me a picture on Twitter or Instagram or something. Tag me, I wanna see your creations. Now I'm gonna go wash off my bleeding hand. This last hack I wanted to do because I haven't been getting a lot of sleep lately. Having a newborn, and so I wanted to test this out and see if this actually worked. And it's all around using a red lipstick to counteract blue under eye circles and create this beautiful bright under eye complexion. So what I'm going to do, since my makeup is already done, is I'm going to rub off the under eye concealer of one eye so you can see the difference and see if you can actually tell that it looks better, or does it look the same, does it look worse, that kind of thing. All right. Bam! Dark under eye circles. Now to find a red lipstick. High pigment pencil and pomegranate. This'll do. All right, so I'm gonna apply it under my eyes. I'm just gonna pat it in and make it nice and smooth. They said for fair skin to use sort of like a pinky undertone one, which I feel like this is. All right, so now that that's on, now we're gonna apply concealer. One that I'm using is the L'Oreal Visible Lift Blur Concealer. I use a beauty blender, but I feel like that would like stain your beauty blender, wouldn't it? I have so much under eye concealer on right now. I feel ridiculous. That's it. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try this for you guys. I'm gonna go dampen this and see if this makes a difference. It's definitely something that you want to do before you do the rest of your makeup. All right, so now I just have concealer on, and so I'm going to set it with powder and fix up the rest of this makeup on this side, and then we'll see what the comparison is. All right, so I tried to clean up my makeup as best as I possibly could, but what do you guys think? What do you think of the under eye tones? I went to go ask Chris to see if he noticed anything different, and he's like, your lashes look different? I'm like, yes, they look different. I had powder all over them. But in terms of the under eye, he did notice that one was more yellow tone, one was more pinky tone, but he says that the pinky tone side looked a little bit better than the yellow tone side. So I don't know, I'm gonna look at this in like editing mode and like maybe, you know, like editing Rachel. What do you think? But I don't know, they look kind of the same to me except like the undertone, so as long as they were like both the same, I feel like this would work pretty well. So for me, I'm gonna give this a big thumbs up because to me it looks pretty good, but we'll see what the editing Rachel says, because this could look terrible on screen. I don't actually know. And that's everything for this video. Give it a thumbs up if you want to see more Pinterest hacks tested, and hopefully you found this entertaining and useful. Hopefully you've at least, you know, learned what to do and what not to do. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what Pinterest hacks you want me to test next, whether it's, you know, organization or it's a specific holiday or it's, I don't know, DIY, decor, beauty, anything like that. I want to hear from you guys, and I hope you guys are all having an amazing, amazing week so far, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Love you girls. Mwah.